funding is tough. I used to have a retirement account, but I don't anymore. Yeah. The retirement account has gone away. So we've got about $2,600 a month in feed bill.
A lot of people ask, where does my booth money go to? Today, I am at a local animal sanctuary. And when you sign up to become a vendor, that money goes to support the animal. I will be talking to the owner of this place. His name is Dave. He has a fascinating story.
So the animal sanctuary was actually built by Karen and Kim O'Donnell in 2005. It was a dog cat type thing. And then they kept getting calls for, can you take my pig? Can you take my sheep? That type of thing. And so it evolved into a farm animal only sanctuary. I became involved in 2010. Kind of a funny story. I was speeding. Yes, I was speeding. I was doing 50 and a 35 and got pulled over by one of Utah County's finest. And I ended up having to do community service. Well, that's how I found out about Friends in Need. I called up and came up and did community service. And then I kept coming up and helping. I just fell in love with the place and did some other projects when I worked with Lowe's and Home Depot to try and improve the property. And then in 2020, my daughter and I decided to purchase the property. So we purchased it and we've just been trying to improve it and make it nicer ever since.
And who the people that started it? How did they get too old? They didn't want to. They couldn't do it anymore. This is how you purchased.
Yeah, he ended up getting sick and had to move to a better elevation for his lungs.
Okay, and then you come into the picture.
Yep.
But Dave, how big is this property?
It's 6 acres. Well, just barely under 6 acres.
And there's a house in the property as well, right?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Why did you decide to make such a big investment to buy the property and to make a commitment like that?
Yeah, well, originally it was a selfish one because I love animals and I love gardening. And then it quickly changed into something different. I started having people come and help me, volunteers coming, and I learned of the support from the community. And I just knew right then that I had made a wonderful choice. So I get help from, special needs schools. I get help from the high school. I get help from service missionaries from the church. I've got, just a big group of people that come and help me. And so right now it's a lot different than I thought that it would be. I've got all the support and I see how animals and gardens actually help people. I've got people that come here that say, this is an animal sanctuary, but it's also my sanctuary. Or they will come here on a Sunday and sit in the angel garden and say, this is my church. I come here and this is where I can meditate and think about God and whatnot. And then I have folks that, they'll come here and they'll go through the gardens and they just love, seeing all the different flowers and whatnot that's available.
So we came today and signed up to be here to support Friends in Need and all the animals. Our whole family, we love animals and we love to do whatever we can to help support those who help animals. And yeah.
And how many volunteers that you have to run this place in the summertime?
I have 15 service missionaries. I have 6 people that come from the special needs school. I have, I want to say 30 volunteers that come and help with feeding and watering on a regular basis.
Well, that's a lot of people.
Yeah. And then I get a lot of help from the youth groups. I have youth groups come from the LDS church. I have youth groups come from the non-denominational churches too. I have work groups coming from businesses. The big greenhouse behind us, that was purchased by Shields. They bought the big greenhouse for us as a support. And then, big companies like Weave and Rise and others have come out and helped us quite a bit too.
I'm glad you're having those big companies here to come and support. And so we talk about the volunteer, the manpower that come and help the facility. Let's talk about the mighty dollars. This is a lot of animal to feed, to take care of. How do you get the funding to do that?
Well, the funding is tough. I used to have a retirement account, but I don't anymore. Yeah. The retirement account has gone away. So we've got about $2,600 a month in feed bill. So we do events like the Christmas in July event. We do the little $2 Tuesday events. We do the farmers markets where we take our concrete art and our cut flowers and produce and things that we produce here, take it to the farmers markets and raise money. And then we try and get folks to sponsor an animal as well. Right now we have 8 animals that are sponsored by individuals or companies, and that makes a huge difference on that food bill.
And is it difficult to get company? I know a lot of companies have to not donate, for tax reasoning, they have to give some money away so they can lower the tax. Is it difficult to get those companies to write the check, and how do you approach them?
Yeah, I usually approach them with a letter and then with a follow-up call or a visit. And yes, it's very difficult to get dollars from larger companies. A lot of the larger companies, they like to donate dollars to companies that are bigger, like the aquarium or Thanksgiving Point or that type of thing.
I see. And where do you see this in the future? Like, I know you're a pretty young guy, but eventually you're not going to be a young guy.
Yeah.
How do you plan on passing this away?
I'm hoping to find somebody that wants to take it over. You know what I mean? I'm 60 now, maybe when I turn 70, hopefully somebody will say, hey, let's rock and roll with this. And hopefully I can find somebody to, follow up and keep it going.
And how can people donate to you or find you? Do you have a website?
Yes, we have a website. It's friendsinneed.org. And we also have a Venmo, and it's Friends in Need with no spaces or dashes. You can donate there.
All right. Thank you, Dave.
Thank you.
I did an event for these guys back in the fall, and they don't charge a ton for you to be at their events, which is really nice. It helps you want to be at it, but it's also still easy to participate in it because I know it is going to something good. So it's just nice to help out.
is important because we're helping the animals that give them an opportunity in life that many other animals may not have. And they have good owners, and those animals will be fed and given a place to sleep.
Meeting Dave and spending time at the sanctuary was honestly one of the most meaningful things I have done in a while. You go into those interviews thinking, okay, I'll ask a few questions, get the story, share with my viewer. But what I did not expect was how much this one would stick with me. There's something different about Dave. He doesn't do this for the attention. He's not trying to go viral or make headline. He's just a man who saw an animal that needed help, and he decided to do something about it. No big grants, no fancy sponsor, just him, his land, and his heart. And the part that really got me, he uses retirement money. Like, that is his money. He's supposed to live on, travel, relax, take it easy. But instead, Dave is using it to build a safe place for those animals. No one else wanted to do that. That's not something most people would ever do, taking their own retirement to do something like that. Dave take those animals as family, and a sacrifice and a commitment to take care of them. Walking around the sanctuary with him, you could feel it. Every goat, every pig, every donkey, he knew their names. There was personality, what they have been through. These animals aren't just animals to him. They are family. They have been through tough stuff, and now they are finally safe and loved and home. And those markets he hosts, Christmas in July and again in December, they are not just vendor events. They are community days. They are his way of opening the gates, inviting people in and saying, hey, come see what we are doing here. Come meet the animal. Come be part of something good. The booth fees from those events, they go straight back to the sanctuary. Every dollar help. They help feed the animal, pay for the vet care, fix fences, build shelter. You're not just paying to set up a table there. You're helping keeping this place alive. I walk away from that day feeling grateful. Grateful I got to see it. Grateful Dave gave me his time. And honestly, I'm grateful that people like him still exist. Quietly doing good. Behind the scene, not asking for anything in return. So if you ever out here in Eagle Mountain, do yourself a favor. Take the drive. Go visit Dave's sanctuary. Whether you go doing one of his market or just stop by to check it out. I promise it will leave a mark on you in the best way. And Dave, if you're watching this, thank you, my man. You're the man for your kindness, your honesty, and everything you have done. The world needs more people like you, Dave. You're one of a kind. To everyone watching, thanks for sticking around. If this story moved you, if it made you think, or if you just want to help in some way, consider sharing this video, leaving a comment, or even reaching out to support the sanctuary directly. They will be very happy. Sometimes the most powerful story aren't loud or flashy. They are quiet ones. The one happening off the grid, out on some land, with a man and his animal, just trying to make a difference. Thanks for watching.